Hello everyone and welcome to Shell Point Today. It's the weekend edition for July 29th, 30th, and 31st. I'm Rich Nation.
And I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi. On today's show, we'll pay a visit to the Island Salon and Spa, where Robyn Church will talk to us about facial massage and give us a demonstration of some of the techniques and benefits. And we'll revisit the top stories from this week.
But first, we want to remind you of Saturday's Super Shopping Outing. The trip to Bonita Springs' Best of Everything store is back by popular demand. It will be a fabulous day of shopping for accessories, jewelry, purses, stationery, fanciful soaps and linens, gifts, and much more. Afterwards, shoppers will enjoy lunch at Mel's Diner. The cost of the outing is $8 with lunch on your own. Court pickups begin on the island at 8:45 a.m. on Saturday for those who sign up at either service desk.
The Suzy Q pontoon boat will be out of service next week for her annual cleaning and inspection, so there will be no trips until August 9th, when a new lunch destination will be added at Dock Ford's on Fort Myers Beach. This new lunch adventure will continue every second and fourth Tuesday of each month thereafter, so make sure you call the Island Greeters Desk at 454-2136 to make your reservation. Salon and Spa manager Robyn Church wanted to show us a demonstration of a facial massage that you too can have that will help with circulation and is also good for the lymphatic system. It's an enjoyable and beneficial service available, as someone here among us recently discovered.
Hi, my name is Robyn and I'm the Salon and Spa manager here at Shell Point. And today my victim on the table is Rich from our very own Shell Point TV. And I'm just going to show a little facial massage. Men and women both like facial massage. It's very good for the lymphatic system. There is a lot that lies right under the skin through the face. So to just gently massage the face helps to bring that lymphatic fluid out so that it'll drain naturally from the body. Some of the massage techniques on the face is kind of the scissors, which is real common around the forehead area. There could be a little petrissage, which is kind of a tapping motion. Just to kind of soothe those muscles in the face and help them to relax. It also helps to plump up some of the muscles in the face, which is great for collagen stimulation. So the massage is a very important part of the facial. And it's the most enjoyable part, I think. It's very, very relaxing. Right in through here, your temple area, this can be very sensitive, you know, if you ever have a headache. If you just, even to yourself, just gently kind of massage this area, it will help to alleviate a headache in some cases. So we're just all connected, basically. But if you'd like to experience this for yourself, am I putting you to sleep, Rich? Just give the salon a call and we'd be happy to help you out with that. And of course, this is a wonderful massage room if I was a massage therapist, which I'm not, but this is a great place to have a massage too. And I'm over here with Linda today and Dick, who lives in Royal Bonnet. By the way, Dick has a birthday tomorrow.
Yes, 81.
81, okay, well, congratulations. Nope, never see 80 again. So Linda does great men's haircuts here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. She's even available for walk-ins. It just depends on how her schedule goes. It's either appointment or walk-in. And she stays busy in this little corner of her world. She has lots of clipper attachments, as you can see. She's very, very skilled in the barber a taper. She does a great job, and she knows just the right length. And see, not everyone likes just a straight taper. Dick's is blended a little bit in, but he's got more of a block finish to the back of his haircut. You can have a block, or you can have it rounded, or you can have it just tapered up where you really don't see any line at that hairline. So Linda does a great job, so do all the rest of the staff. All of the staff here do great cuts for men and women. So if you'd like to make an appointment, come and see us. Just give us a call at 489-8400. Thanks, bye-bye.
And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Well, hello and welcome to the Happenings segment weekend edition of Shell Point TV. I'm Caitlin Vanscoy.
And I'm Bev Chandley.
And we're here to give you all the information for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to start Friday morning at 8 o'clock with men's round robin tennis at the Woodlands. And the Stamp Ministry group will be in the Stamp Room at 8:15. The Friday Marketplace will be in the Administration Courtyard from 8:30 to 11:30. At 9 o'clock, the Canasta and Samba group will be at the common second floor lobby of the Woodlands. Men's match play tennis is going on at 10 o'clock at the Woodlands. And the Inquiring Minds group will be meeting at 10:15 in the Manatee Room. Also at 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be meeting at the Woodlands Commons Lake. We move into Friday afternoon for Mixed Progressive Bridge at 12:30 in the game room of the Woodlands. And Zumba Fitness is going on in the Health Club at 12:45. We move to 1:15 for Advanced Table Tennis in the Tarpon room. And the Quilters group will be gathering in the Osprey room at 1:15. Our Vespers at 1:30 is in the community room of the Arbor. And 2 o'clock's the time for Bid Euchre in the Sable room at the Woodlands. We have a Health Connections class at 2:15. Falls, a collaborative approach. That's in the social center. You do need to sign up for that class. Water volleyball will be at the LifeQuest Aquatic Center at 2:15. And another Vespers is going on in the community room of King's Crown at 2:30. 3:30 is our last Vespers, and that is being held at the Springs. Our last Friday activity is game night at 6:45 at the Resident Activity Center. Bev, what's going on for Saturday?
Well, Caitlin, we're going to start at 8 o'clock with pickleball. That'll be at the game courts behind the Resident Activity Center. And at 8 o'clock, we have round robin tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. We have a trip going out today, an 8:45 departure from the island, 8:55 from the Woodlands, and 9:05 for Eagles Preserve and Estuary, and we're going to the Best of Everything. At 9:30, we have men's and women's doubles tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. Duplicate bridge will be in the Manatee Room at 9:45. We're going to jump into the afternoon activities with a 1 o'clock chess game in the Library Lounge at the Resident Activity Center. We have table tennis in the Tarpon Room at 1:15. And our final Saturday activity is 3:15 basic line dancing in the Health Club. Caitlin, what's going on Sunday?
Well, we start Sunday morning off at 9 o'clock with Christian Life Studies in the game room of the Woodlands and at the Village Church. And at 10:15, the morning worship service is going on at the Village Church. It's also broadcast live on Shell Point TV, Channel 13. We move all the way to 4:15 for the Latin-sized dance group. They'll be meeting in the Health Club. Our last Sunday activity is at 6:15, and that is an evening service at the Village Church. Well, that'll do it for our weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful and safe weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
Hello, I'm Terry Colath with your Academy information for Friday, July 29th and the weekend. On Friday at 1:15, we have the iPad, iPhone, Mac free walk-in clinic in the Manatee Room of the island. Today is the last day of the summer semester of the Academy of Lifelong Learning. The fall semester brochure will be in your mailbox and on www.shellpoint.net on Wednesday, August 17th. Registration begins online or at either service desk the very next day. The fall semester begins Monday, September 12th. I'd like to thank everyone who participated as a learner and as an instructor. See you on September 12th.
Menus for your weekend. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter on Friday is seafood Newburg with rice pilaf and seasoned spinach. For dinner, you can choose from their a la carte menu. The soup of the day is blue cheese, cream of mushroom. In the Island Cafe on Friday, the sandwich special is a chicken Philly on a hoagie roll with fries for $7.75. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Friday are peach barbecue shrimp for $16.95 or steak Diane for $17.95. On Saturday, the Crystal Room is closed. In the Island Cafe on Saturday, the sandwich special is clam strips on a grilled New England roll with coleslaw for $7.75. In the Palm Grill on Saturday, you can have prime rib for $20.95. On Sunday, the Crystal Room features its Sunday brunch for $17.50. In the Island Cafe on Sunday, the sandwich special is a hot dog or a hamburger with potato salad, watermelon, and ice cream for $7.75. And the Palm Grill is closed on Sundays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Welcome to the Village Church Connection. I'm here with David Pavey, and we're going to share with you some of the things that are coming up this weekend at the Village Church. Hey, David.
Good to be with you. Good to be with you, Don. We're looking forward to this Sunday. Lots of things happening that are not usual. For one thing, you've got to listen to Dave Pavey preach the sermon. So
you're bringing the message.
That's a great privilege. And
wow.
I'm going to talk about a dysfunctional family in the Old Testament. You may not believe there are such animals, but there are. And there are a number of important life lessons that we can pull out of this story. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to sharing that.
And that's at 10:15 on Sunday morning?
Yeah, it's at 10:15. We'll have Nonilette on the piano this Sunday. Pat Parsons, who's a soprano, will be singing for us. And yeah, it'll be a good Sunday morning, I think, in spite of the sermon. So.
The dysfunctional family, I'm sure that'll pique the interest of a number of people.
Well, it's great because we see God answering prayer and a number of things that we can grow from as we look closely at the story.
Great, great.
It's a story. Now, what's happening in the evening?
In the evening, on Sunday evening, 6:15, when the church gathers, I'll be leading a healing service. At the end of May, a few months ago, we had a healing service at the church, and God was wonderfully present as we prayed for each other, as the elders of the church anointed, and as people brought different needs. There was a real sense of God's presence as we gathered together. And built on that experience back in May, we're doing it again on Sunday evening, giving people an opportunity to experience the power of God at work in their lives as He hears their prayers and as He responds to the needs that they have.
That's good. Will there be a sermon as well?
A short devotional leading into that time, not an extended sermon or anything. We want to focus on that need that we have to trust God, to see His power on display, and to share the healing needs that we have in our lives.
Sounds like an important evening, so we'll look forward to seeing a lot of you come out and enjoy Sunday with us. And we thank you now for tuning in once again to Village Church Connections.
And now it's time to recap the top stories from this week. On Monday, Bob Southern, Manager of Project Development, gave us the latest updates on the new cart path for northbound traffic that will soon be available. He got right to the heart of the matter, you know, where the rubber meets the road.
Good day. I'm Bob Southern, the project director for Shell Point, and we're here along Shell Point Boulevard to talk about one of our newest projects, a bike path from the Woodlands to the island. And we will be running a path for bicycles, pedestrians, golf carts, etc., from the Woodlands entrance down to the south end of Palm Acres, at which point this path will connect with the widened shoulder to take you through Palm Acres and into the island of Shell Point. It'll be similar to the path on the west side of Shell Point Boulevard. It will be a little bit wider on this side, and we'll provide a safe path from essentially Eagles Preserve Estuary and the clubhouse through the Woodlands all the way down to the island. So we're viewing this part of the path as being northward only from this point to the island. And when you're returning to the Woodlands and points beyond, you would return on the west side of Shell Point Boulevard on that bike path and then cross over at the Woodlands and then use the Slough Bridge to go elsewhere if you're going through the Woodlands. So this is a project that's going to take 3 or 4 weeks to complete if all goes well and weather permitting. And once it's done, you will then from the Woodlands to the island have a safe cart path on both sides of the road. So we hope you'll enjoy this addition to our community and travel safely on Shell Point Boulevard.
Shell Point's Chief Operating Officer, Scott Moore, introduced us to the new Director of Long-Term Care. Doug Potts is also our licensed nursing home administrator, and Scott visited with him recently here in the studio to find out more about his life and work here.
Hello, I'm Scott Moore. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Shell Point, and today we're going to spend some time with Doug Potts. He's our licensed nursing home administrator and Director of Long-Term Care. Well, Doug, what I want to do is spend a little time with you and let the Shell Pointers get to know you a little better. So you haven't been here that long. What are we going on here?
I have been here approximately 5 months and absolutely love it. I've never been in a community that embraces new employees, new staff. I've had an opportunity to meet quite a few residents and also other departments on the building grounds, and they've just been great. Yes, I started out as a social worker / admissions coordinator at a skilled nursing facility, and after several years, got my license as a nursing home administrator.
Well, you know, part of kind of our renew of the pavilion is some new faces. We've had some new faces there, but we're also looking to go into some of the food programming and some of the other things, and we're pretty excited about that. And I think recently I heard we're going to get into some of the decor and things of that nature.
Yes, this is a great time to be at Shell Point. There are a lot of magnificent changes going on, for lack of a better word. We are looking at the environment, doing upgrades, or as my staff likes to call it, a facelift.
Okay.
To make things look a little more aesthetically pleasing. And we are looking at additional training of the staff. We've brought quite a few new staff on board, and we want to up their expertise and their knowledge. We also have the rehab floor, which we're very, very proud of. We have an average length of stay of about 28 days, so when people do come in for rehabilitation, we're able to get them back on their feet and get them back to their home. The long-term care floor is our third floor. It's very interesting, too. Each staff, what's great about having the different floors is each staff is trained differently to work with those type of residents and the families.
And I think one of the things that makes it possible at the pavilion is the auxiliary.
They see things through a different set of eyes than my staff and that I do. And that's the wonderful part about it.
Well, you're part of our family too, and I just wanted to take some time to spend a little time with Doug this day and help you to get to know him a little better. And I know that he's made it clear to me that his office is open. If you're interested in learning more about the pavilion, the Larson Pavilion, and the care that goes on there, please don't hesitate to come and get to know Doug a little better. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
For the past several months, the Island Fitness Center has been closed during a complete remodeling, but all of the hammering, sawing, dust, and noise came to an end last week as the curtain walls and barricades came down and residents were welcomed into the new facility.
Well, aloha! Aloha! Well, before we get started, I'd like Sonny Torres to come forward, and we're going to start with a prayer. We ask you for continual blessing and practical ways to be upon this place. Help us to be wise, knowing our limitations when we set our goals. And may we always be attentive to our own body signals that we might use this equipment safely. We also ask for a contagious enthusiasm for health and fitness to radiate from this place. May our lives speak the message that we've been given our bodies as vehicles in which we live and move and have our being. And you probably already know them, and maybe you don't know that Hannah just has been promoted to the fitness supervisor. Okay. Well, because Michelle was promoted to the resort services manager. And then we have Cheryl, who has been here for 18 years. And Melanie, thank you so much. And Iggy is here. Thank you, yay, Iggy. So that's your fitness crew. So they're the people they're your go-to people for fitness at Shell Point.
A yogurt demonstration, and we can sign up for a yogurt class.
You mean eating yogurt?
Yeah, it's like I understand there's certain yogurt poses like.
Hey, wait, that Lego my strawberry.
Is that a yogurt pose?
It can be.
All right. I hear this is where you can sign up for the yogurt class.
Yeah, I heard that.
They're having a demo right over here.
I heard that.
So I understand there was a yogurt demonstration here.
Yogurt?
What was that yogurt?
The yogurt was great.
And here's our yogurt expert, Hannah.
The yoga demonstration went.
Oh, yoga. Oh, I thought it was yogurt.
So that was about the 10 to 15 minute yoga demonstration, just a preview of what we will be teaching here in the near future.
And there's plenty of room now, lots of extra space.
Lots of extra space, so everyone, bring a mat, don't bring a mat, just come and have fun.
Great, awesome. Have you been a regular customer of this place here for a while?
Yes, I have for about 2 years.
2 years. So what do you think of the new improvements?
It's beautiful. Very nice.
What's your favorite part?
Well, I've been taking those sitter classes with Cheryl, and I come in here and exercise sometimes also. It's good. It keeps your body in some kind of shape.
We need all the help we can get, right?
I'm not 25 anymore.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tompkins, and we are here at the Island Fitness Center ribbon cutting and grand reopening of our weight room and our group fitness room. We're going to take you on a little tour so you can see everything that has been done to renovate this lovely space. Very excited to be here today and very excited to get to introduce this and show everybody our wonderful fitness area that we've been waiting on for such a long time. Come on back. As you can see, we've widened this. We've taken down a wall to fit more equipment. We've updated our lobby and lounge space, new flooring. We've taken out a couple cabinets, widened this out and made it a lot prettier. We've really streamlined the fitness area. Like I said, we've knocked out some walls, moved and reconfigured some of the weight equipment, most of the weight equipment. We brought the weight equipment up front and we moved the cardio in the back. Come on back here. We've mirrored the entire fitness center, moved the weight rack down here so we can have more space for free weights. And our designated cardio space is way in the back. We've also reconfigured some of our office space, and you'll see a little bit more about what I'm talking about shortly. But to come back in the hallway on our way to the men's locker area, we have a fitness assessment room that is still in the middle of being renovated and constructed to our liking, but this will be a consultant room for personal training. And come on back, this is a new area we're very excited about. This is a space for stretching and abdominal work. If you're looking to sort of get away from the cardio equipment and you want a little more personal space, a little more room, this is that area. We've really found that a lot of residents are seeking that. Prior to this renovation, we didn't have that area, so now there's your little space to do some abs stretching. Come on into our newly renovated men's fitness locker room. Look how beautiful the flooring is. We've added some artwork on the wall. Redesigned this area. We have 2 dressing areas. Dressing rooms and the dressing area to the right with a nice padded bench. We've taken a blue painting color and look how beautiful the showers are and the sink area. Through the men's locker room, we'll enter to our brand new expanded larger group fitness area. Sure is busy in here. Again, in this area, we've knocked out a wall to widen the space to give us some more room to have larger classes, more participants. Added a window to add in that natural lighting as well. More space to store equipment. And through the fitness area is the women's updated locker room. Similar to the men's, we have the nice changing area and the updated shower stalls and bathroom. And again, we've taken a neutral feel in here with the little gold accent sconces and orange. And through this hallway, we have our fitness offices, and it will lead you back to the lobby as well. In this office, you will find our fitness coordinators, Melanie and Cheryl and Hannah. And fitness supervisor's office is the office within here. We're still working on that today, but that gives Hannah some space to work with consultations with her residents. And like I said, you can find our fitness team back here. This is a brand new area. We've really opened up, we've widened, and this gives them some personal space to work with residents and their own clients' assessments. And here we are, back to our lobby. As you can see, we've had a ton of upgrades. Really looking forward to utilizing the space here at the island. I hope you've enjoyed my personal tour of our brand new renovated Island Fitness Center. I hope you have a great day and come out and see it for yourself.
So now we have a couple of ladies here who have been around for a good while. You all know Cheryl and you all know Melanie. So tell us, ladies, what do you think about this new rehab of this facility?
I am ecstatic. I can't wait to teach exercise tomorrow morning at 8:15.
Oh,
I'm on fire.
now what do you think?
I just feel blessed to have a great team dynamic with all the changes that have been going around, and I'm just so happy with this room and excited.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, have fun here. I know you're going to have lots of fun with the residents.
You know it. You know
Everybody's
it.
going to be happy and healthy. Great. All right.
Thanks for coming.
Something wonderful was baking over at Ruth Duber's place this week. David Lee joined Ruth for another installment of What's Cooking at Shell Point for some caramel pecan rolls and banana mocha bisque.
Hello, I'm Ruth Duber.
And I'm David Lee. And What's Cooking at Shell Point?
Thank you very much for joining us today. David and I are both going to cook, and we've got it worked out so that what I'm making goes in the oven while he's going to do his recipe. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to use the crescent rolls. And the recipe that'll be up on the website is actually for the 8 ounce, which is the large tube. And I'm doing it for just 4 servings. You know, sometimes you might wake up on Sunday morning and there's just 2 of you and you want something sweet. Well, this is the answer. So, okay, now we're ready. Okay, so we're going to end up with 4 triangles. So I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to make the filling that we're going to do. And this is, lots of butterscotch. We're going to use some of these. And it calls for the 1/4 cup of pecans. Now this is the half a recipe. 1/4 cup of pecans, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And we'll put that in.
Things are always better with vanilla.
Absolutely, that's the flavor. And then it calls, the recipe said whipping cream, but I picked up the wrong one. And so this is just regular cream, but I've made it and it works out pretty well. This is a half a tablespoon of cream, but it does have that consistency. So then we're going to mix that up. This is the good gooey part. It calls for the pecans to be chopped finely, but I didn't really get them to that point when I was grinding them. I want to know I'm eating pecans.
Gives you more crunch this way.
Absolutely, yeah. And you notice there's no butter, but you don't really need it with this, the brown sugar and everything. So we're going to unroll these. And we'll take them apart. That'll be one. And this one. There. And this. Here's our other two. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put some of this on each one. And what I usually do is put some on each, and then I'll know that they've all
Make sure you
got
have
the
enough.
same amount. So that'll be a little more. So we'll see how this works out.
You can put plenty on mine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, the trick, of course, is rolling it up. But I don't worry about it. It's not, if it's not perfect, that's okay. So let's put a little more on that one. See any more of those, David, that need a little bit more?
Well, this one right here.
Oh, that's got your name on it? Is that
Yep,
right?
yep.
Okay. Then it calls for a teaspoon, but I don't do it that way. I just put some of these on. Yeah.
Just add the flavor.
Absolutely. We'll put one more on that. There. You want to put a couple on those?
Sure. I'll put them on yours.
Okay. Got some for there. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Now, I do have the oven on at 400. So now we want to start to roll them. And you're going to lose some of the filling, but hopefully
You
not
didn't lose
too
any
much.
there, yeah.
Yeah. And you want to seal the ends a little bit.
Okay.
And this is parchment paper because it will be very sticky. So you want to make sure that you line your sheet with that. So this is the wrong angle, so I'm going to turn it around. You want to try one, David?
I'd be glad to.
Okay, you try that one. This is the part where Dan can edit this if we mess it all up. So
So far, so good.
you're right. There again, this is just a nice recipe for one person. I have made them and frozen them. So it's a very forgiving recipe.
Is I have neighbors who always liked to have me knock on the door with
I
something.
bet they do. So So we'll put that on there. As I say, the oven is at 400.
And I had my eye on this one, so I'm going to put it right there.
Oh, okay. And we will put these in, and they bake for about 13 minutes. And so while this is baking, David is going to take over his part of the show.
Okay.
Alrighty, we want the oven at 350 for maybe 10 to 12 minutes, but you want to keep an eye on it because you don't want them to get too brown.
Okay, I'm going to make banana mocha bisque soup. This happens to be one of the recipes I got from a wonderful resort in the Virgin Islands. And what I discovered is that if you have some fruit left over, how do you use it? And you can only eat so much banana bread. So the recipe is going to be available to you, but this is very simple. 3 bananas, so we have our 3 bananas, 1 cup of milk. This happens to be whole milk. You can use any milk you want. And actually, just the other day, I tested it with the lactate milk for those that are sensitive, and it works just fine. Then the secret ingredient, which you can get at Publix, is instant espresso coffee. It's what makes the mocha. I happen to like the flavor, so the recipe I'm calling for today says 2 tablespoons. Of the mocha. You can put less or more, or if you don't like mocha, you can put chocolate in here. I haven't tried vanilla, but it would work too. And basically, you now have banana mocha bisque.
Isn't that wonderful?
The secret to serving it, though, is serving it ice cold.
Okay. Now, the miracle, these are ready to come out of the oven. Oh, David, look at all that good stuff.
Ooh.
Ah, how about that?
I bet you can't eat just one of those.
Well, we'll have to because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready for your wonderful drink here.
So Ruth,
look at that.
I got it nice and ice cold.
Okay.
And I put when we serve dinner, the easiest way to serve is just in a coffee cup. And the people just drink it because it. But sometimes we like to entertain.
Okay.
And I saw dishes like this over at the thrift shop. But
that's just
I fill it with
amazing.
chopped ice.
Okay.
And so it's just kind of fun to sit down.
You would use a spoon.
Yeah, and use a spoon with this and serve it that way. Or I'd use a regular coffee cup at my house.
Okay.
But when I was testing this recipe, Ruth, we served it to some friends up at the Woodlands. And he took a sip and he says, there's only one thing wrong with this.
Oh my.
It needs to be served in a mug. So Bart Sharp at the Woodlands, this is for you. In a mug.
In a mug.
There you go.
Wonderful. Now,
What
how
do
do
you
you
think?
dress it up?
Okay, and I usually don't dress this up, but my wife came up with an idea because this could be served after dinner too.
Oh,
It's
okay,
so
sure.
rich,
Yeah, you
and
could.
so you serve a little cookie, and I just happen to get these cookies at Marshall's.
Oh,
And a little
okay.
little
You wouldn't
chocolate
think that
cookie,
they'd have it.
yeah,
That's just
yeah,
wonderful.
or serve it when you set it down. Put it through here like this. So
You know, I will have to let you know, folks, David and Margie do a lot of dressing. Their plating is always something special, just like that. And they do a wonderful job.
Yeah, but look
of
at
that.
this, Ruth.
Yes, and this is the one that has your name on it
Yes.
right there. You might break a piece off and see if it's okay, and I'm going to get a spoon. Might be a little hot. Careful.
It is warm.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh,
Ruth.
Now, isn't that wonderful?
I know.
That
Sunday
goes
morning,
all the
I
way
know what we're
through.
going to have.
Oh, and I'm going to have this. What a wonderful combination.
There you have it.
Okay. Well, we'll put the recipe up on the website. We hope you'll look at it and join us again as David and I cook together. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Hannah Hosterman and Michelle Tompkins wanted to let you know about the 2 balance classes that are currently underway. A basic and an advanced 5-week class began this month for those who've signed up. But you may want to sign up for the next session that begins in August after you listen again to Hannah explain how the class can benefit you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tompkins. I'm over at the island hanging with fitness coordinator Hannah Hosterman. She's looking forward to telling us about a couple new classes she has coming up in July. Hannah, 2 classes? What are those classes?
Yeah, it's 2 separate balance classes, one being Balance Basics and the other one being Balance Mobility Advanced.
Okay, so you have 2 balance classes. You've got a basic class and an advanced class. What are the difference between the 2?
The difference between the basics and the advanced class is that the basics will be offered Tuesdays and Thursdays. It'll be a seated part of the time, standing part of the time, focusing on strength. And then the Balanced Mobility Advanced class being on Mondays and Wednesdays would be more of a strength training, trying to stand up most of the time throughout the class. We will have bars over at the fitness center that they can hold on to if they need to. And we'll be working on flexibility, balance training, maybe walking up and down the floors and sitting in the chair a little bit throughout the class.
Okay, that sounds like a great class, something we all can benefit, or strengthening our balance, you know?
Yes, definitely.
But pretend I want to sign up for one of those classes. How do I know which class is right for me?
Perfect. So if you're someone who, you know, just getting out every day, you struggle with balance, or maybe you use a walker or a cane, the Balance Basics class would be perfect because, again, you are sitting in the chair part of the time. We will be standing the other part of the time, but we also will just be focusing on our posture, maybe strengthening our upper body and strengthening our lower body. And that's perfect for the basic beginning class. If you're somebody who you know that maybe my balance is just a little off, but I can definitely stand and walk just fine, that Balance Mobility Advanced class would be more for someone who just wants to make sure their balance is better and getting a little bit stronger, focusing on lower body strength, upper body strength, and a little more posture exercises thrown into that as well.
Okay, so if I'm listening to you correctly, those who need assistance with walking and balance, such as a cane, they would go to Balance Basics?
Correct.
And if they don't need anything whatsoever and they're comfortable walking and standing, they would do Advanced?
Perfect, yep.
Okay,
absolutely.
Well, when do these classes start?
Okay, so the Balance Basics class will be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:45 to 3:30 starting July 12th. And the Balance and Mobility Advanced is going to be Mondays and Wednesdays starting July 11th from 1:45 to 2:30.
Okay, and just a couple more things. How long do these classes, how many more weeks do they go, and is there a fee?
There is a fee. It's going to be a 5-week course, $50.
Wow.
You can sign up with me, Hannah Hosterman, or you can sign up with Fitness Supervisor Michelle Tompkins, or you can get a hold of the service desk and they can sign you up for that class.
Well, great. That sounds great. I'm very excited to see who participates. Anything else you want to tell us about this class?
I don't think so. I think you covered it.
I think we did. Thanks so much. I'm looking forward to hearing from you and hearing from your interests about this balance class, something that we all can benefit from, strengthening our balance and practicing our balance a little more every day. Hannah, thanks so much, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.
Bye.
Have you ever wondered about your ancestors? Perhaps you began tracing your family tree some time ago, but after only getting so far, you lost interest or just didn't have the time to pursue it further. Well, Shell Point has a wonderful resource available to get you back on the genealogy trail. Volunteer coordinator Beth Crenshaw visited this week with 2 members of the Genealogy Club, Fran Allison and Albert Myers, to find out about the club's history and how they can help you with your own family history.
Hello, I'm Beth Crenshaw, Volunteer Coordinator at Shell Point. I'm joined today at the Genealogy Club with 2 of its members. I've got Fran Allison, who is the club president. Hi, Fran.
Hi there, Beth.
And over to my left, I've got Albert Myers. Hi, Albert.
Hello to you, Beth.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Genealogy Club, and I'm going to start out talking to you, Fran. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how the club started, when it started, and some of those details.
Well, we had a very attractive man. All men are attractive. And Bill Odell. He was a professor at the University of Illinois. And lived in Genonia, and he had started this club before I moved here. I knew nothing about genealogy, and he was into everything. And good personality, and he got me into genealogy and straightened me up with some of the wrong information my mother had given me. And you got to watch out for mothers. So when he got tired of being the head of it, he asked me if I would do it, and I said yes. And at that point, we were meeting over in the Osprey room and using the library over there, a little back corner that they only allowed us in the afternoon. Since then, the library has been enlarged, and we had a much bigger spot. But in 2000, they built the Woodlands, and they came to us and asked us if we would like to have a place in the Woodlands for our genealogy library. Jumped at the chance, and so we moved here when Oakmont was open, and we've been here ever since. In the year 2004, we upgraded our name to Genealogical Society.
Okay.
But we'll go by club too. And
Either one works?
Either one works, and anyone who would like to join us can be a club member or a society member, whatever turns them on.
Okay. So I see that you've got a lot of books around here as well, Fran. Where did these books come from? How are they funded?
Many are old donations, and a lot of them are from the Shell Point Big Library is what I call it. And they give us a budget to spend as we see fit.
Okay, so it all comes through the big library fund drive.
And that's what pays for our subscriptions on the computer.
Okay.
In addition to the CDs and the subscriptions to the magazines and the books.
Thank you very much for that history. And so when people come here to the Woodlands, to this library, what should they expect? What types of services do they offer here? And I think, Albert, maybe you could fill us in on a little bit of that information.
Glad to. The library here is staffed by people we call proctors. These are volunteers who are members of the Genealogy Society or Club, and their responsibility is to assist the persons who come here, residents or their guests, in finding their own family or local history. And we can do that by directing them to the volumes on the shelves or to the computer databases to which we subscribe. And they may sit at the computer with our guidance and look up their family tree, information about their ancestors or old boyfriends and girlfriends, a local history if they're interested in that, or anything that pertains to family history in general.
So it's not like I've seen the Genealogy Roadshow program and Who Do You Think You Are on TV. So it's not like I can come in here and just expect all of a sudden to plug my name in and all of my history will just pop up.
Well, yes and no. You have to do most of the work, but occasionally I will do the work for you. Now, not all the proctors will do that.
Okay.
But I'm here Saturday mornings, and for you, Beth, I would be glad to do that.
So maybe we'll dig up some of my own history. How does someone else get involved in the club? Maybe you want to help us with that one, Fran. But how does someone say, I'm interested in it? What's the first step?
Well, they just come in here and let us know, and I send them a notice of our meeting, which is the second Friday of every month. And in the summer, it's in the Woodlands, and in the winter, it's in the Osprey room.
Okay.
So that divides it among the Shell Point residents.
So the second Friday of each month, what time of day is that?
10 o'clock in the Woodlands and 10:15, because that's when the bus comes.
Right.
Over in the Osprey room.
Okay. And here at the Woodlands, it's up at the Sable Room.
Right. And it usually lasts about an hour unless people are really interested and they stay longer. And they're welcome.
Now, what are the hours of the library here in the Woodlands?
The library is open the same hours as the computer lab, which is 10 to 12, and then 1 to 3. And with permission, you can come other times.
Okay. And what happens at the meetings? What should someone expect at one of the group meetings?
Fun.
Fun. With you in charge, of course,
Yes.
there will be fun. Yes. Albert, do you have anything to add as to what the meetings entail or what someone should expect as a newcomer?
Well, the meetings themselves have a variety of topics depending on the speakers and depending on the program. Sometimes we have outside speakers. For example, the genealogy librarian at the main Lee County Library downtown has come and spoken. People from the Lee County Genealogical Society have spoken. Sometimes members themselves make presentations. For example, we have several members who have written up their genealogy or family history, and some of those books are on our shelves, and they've talked about those and passed them around and told how they have collected the information and what they have done to get it in book form. A few of us have put our genealogy on the web, not including living people, of course, for privacy concerns, but for instance, on my website, I have over 50,000 names.
Wow.
And they're mostly collateral lines, and some of them not very well proven, and that's indicated in the notes if they're not verified, so people aren't misled by the information.
Okay.
We have a number of databases on our computer which are very useful, and if people want to start at home, I recommend they go to www.familysearch.org. That's sponsored by the Mormon Church, which is very much interested in family history, and there's lots of information there. Another place that I often go to is called findagrave.com, and you can put in, for example, your great-grandparents and see what their dates are. Maybe there's an obituary listed, maybe even a picture of them, but it tells where they're buried and sometimes even the exact plot number. So that's an interesting place to begin as well.
You've got a lot of information, Albert. We appreciate that. Thank you. So if any of you are interested at all in the genealogy club or coming to the library to find out a little bit about your own history, you can give me a call in my office at 454-2290 or stop by the library here at the Woodlands. Thank you so much.
Well, it's time again for the Legacy Foundation's Money Week, a special time when residents can have a free 30-minute consultation with Southwest Florida's leading tax, legal, investment, and insurance professionals. This event runs from August 1st through the 10th. Seating is limited, so make sure you call to sign up right away. Jeff Corey met with Melody Desolé recently to discuss creative ways to promote this event. How did their discussion go? Well, you have to get inside of Melody's head to find out.
Okay, Melody, the last thing on our agenda is we've got to promote Money Week. It's a really big thing, so start thinking about some ways we can promote it on TV.
Okay, I know that it's important for our residents. I really want to promote it well, so let's go for it.
Okay, you get right on it, and I'll be back soon.
Okay, sounds good. Money Week, how do we promote this? It's so important. Money Week, Money Week.
And welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm Regis Philgreen. And we have here Melody Desolé, who has answered the $500,000 question. Now, if you lose this next question, you lose big. But I have to ask you, do you want to be a millionaire?
Well, I'll be honest, Regis, I am extremely nervous, but I came here on a risk, so let's go for that $1 million question.
Melody, for $1 million, the question is, who or what is the best guiding resource for philanthropic counsel, generational gifting, daily money management, and estate and fiduciary services? A politician, B, the internet, C, the Legacy Foundation, or D, your mother-in-law? Melody, for $1 million, what is your answer?
You know, I'm going to have to use a lifeline on this. My gut says one thing, but I'd like to be 100% sure.
Melody, you have one lifeline left. Would you like to phone a friend?
Yes, that is the only lifeline I have left. Now, the irony does not escape me on this one. My phone a friend is actually going to be my mother-in-law.
All right, and what is your mother-in-law's name?
Susan Desolé.
Susan, well, we'll have our friends at AT&T get a hold of Susan, and you can ask your question.
Hello?
Susan, yes, we have Melody here. She is about to answer the question for $1 million. Now, she wants to ask you a question. The next voice you hear will be Melody.
Hi, Mama Son. It's so nice to hear your voice, but I got to wrap this up. Who or what is the best guiding resource for philanthropic counsel, generational gifting, daily money management, and estate and fiduciary services? A politician, B, the internet, C, the Legacy Foundation, or D, your mother-in-law? What's your thoughts on this?
Gee, Melody, I'm not really sure. My reaction is to choose a politician because they're well-versed in programs and services.
That's your gut reaction? That's your final answer on this?
I'm sorry, Melody. That's the best answer. Good luck. Love you.
Okay. Hope to see you soon. Love you. Bye.
Now, Melody, your mother-in-law suggested you answer a politician, A. Now, you know you could walk away right now and have $500,000, $500,000. And if you answer wrong, you're going to lose big. So I ask you, what is your answer?
Okay. Well, I think because the defining factor with my decision is the money week that the Legacy Foundation puts on, it's coming up soon. It's wonderful for all the things listed in that question. I am going to go with letter C, the Legacy Foundation.
All right, is that your final answer?
Final answer.
And the answer is C, the Legacy Foundation. Melody Desolé, you have won $1 million. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a millionaire here, Melody Desolé.
Melody. Melody.
Oh, hey, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Did you come up with the idea for the Money Week promotion?
Yeah, I have a few good ideas swirling around. What did you come up with?
I'm thinking we just do a Shell Point TV commercial. You interview me.
Do you think that's the best way to promote this?
I think so. You know what? That's my final answer.
What in the world? I gotta check my bank account.
And that looks like it's going to bring this weekend edition of Shell Point Today to a close for July 29th, 30th, and 31st. I'm Rich Nation.
And I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi. We're truly glad you joined us this week, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll see you back here again on Monday.